going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in today. If this is your first time here, welcome aboard. Follow along with us, hit that subscribe button, do whatever you do. But today's topic is all about the Austin housing market and its forecast for 2022 and 2023. And there's some great info out there on what is going on in the Austin housing market. So, as Austin housing market is shifting, the market reflects what is happening in other major cities across the country. While activity appears to have slowed slightly in recent months, Austin home prices are still on the rise. How, may you ask? Well, home prices are still increasing at a faster pace than the 5 to 6% historically considered normal. With fewer home sales, the Austin real estate market is exhibiting indications of slowing down. However, home values are 13% higher than they were in June of last year. The current trend indicates that slowing growth rate in sales indicates market stabilization, but the demand is outpacing the supply in the market, where housing prices have reached all-time highs. Now, as a result, Austin home prices are skyrocketing, and buyers are bearing the brunt of the burden. Low inventory, high buyer demand, and rising prices will continue throughout the year, creating a competitive market. Now, the median sales price is surging in double digits and will continue to rise over the next 14 months. But the market in Austin is by no means balanced, and since it still favors sellers, well, you got some challenges. But buyers have greater negotiating power than they did any time in the last 6-8 months. Now, in recent months, on average, homes sold for more than 100% of the list price. But in the last month or so, we're starting to see reduced listing prices, hence selling prices, in recent weeks. Now, what's happening? Well, according to ABOR, or Austin Board of Realtors, June and mid-year 2022 Central Texas Housing Report, a triple-digit gain in active listings year over year pushed housing inventory levels over 2 months. Now, right now we're sitting at about 3.2, which is good. It means the market is moving towards pre-pandemic sales activity. It means that the Austin market is by no means balanced and it still favors sellers. Buyers now have more bargaining power than any point before pre-pandemic. So, along with that, residential home sales declined 20.3% from this point last year, but the median price rose 13%. So how, may you ask? Well, there's a couple different factors, but there's still almost 200 people moving to Austin every single day. And a lot of that has to do with the job market in Austin, Texas. And look, guys, mentioned in several videos, a lot of big corporations are moving to the Austin area. And so, as we continue to have these big corporations move into the Austin area, you will continue to see strong housing. And like I just said, buyers are having some benefit to this leveling out and slowdown, to where the home prices are adjusting, you're able to get a few deals, and so it's a good thing for both buyers and sellers in this market in its current state today. So, let's talk about some house trends across Austin. In the city of Austin, home sales in the first half of the year decreased 10.7% of about 5,700 homes, while the median price increased 15% to $610,000. Now, from January through June in Travis County, home sales decreased 11.4% of about 8,900 sales. Now, during the same period, sales dollar volume rose almost 1%, as the median home price increased 17% to about $597K. In Williamson County, first half of the 2022, it decreased 6.4% year over year, of about 6,100 home sales. Now, during that same period, sales dollar volume increased by 14%, and the median home price increased 20% to about $495, just shy of $500K. Hayes County, which is just south of Austin, trickled down to 1.4% year over year of about 2,300 homes, and the sales dollar volume rose 22.6%, which increased the median price to about $445K. So there are still some areas outside of the Austin area that you can get a home under $500K, and a lot of the big businesses are moving to the outskirts of town. So that's a benefit for you as a buyer. Now, despite cooling off from its peak, Austin will still remain a seller's market for, I'd say, the next few months at least. But we're starting to get into the middle of the row, if you will, on inventory, which is a good thing as well for buyers. Now, like I said, with Austin's rapidly expanding economic industry and all these companies moving into town, the demand for housing is still going to be very strong. And so, with interest rates rising and everything else happening in the economy, you're still in a good spot to go buy a home. And so for that reason, I'm going to tell you, if you've been on the fence, get out there, let's go look, because home prices, as I just said, are still rising. Interest rates are rising. And until we start seeing some of those inflation numbers come down and gas prices come down, the Fed isn't planning on releasing and lowering the interest rates. So do yourself a favor, get into a house today, save a few bucks on the home prices increasing, and when the Fed does lower the rates, go out there, refinance, and get yourself into a lower rate, which will lower your payment, but you're getting more house for your money if you go today. So, big question is Austin overpriced? Well, according to a study that I read, Austin homes are among the most overvalued in the U.S. And guys, we saw it happen last year. We saw all these people moving into town with a lot of money in their pockets, and they were willing to pay whatever they could in order to get into a house. And so you got to be mindful of what you are looking at, mindful of what you can afford, and be able to jump on something when that deal arises. And there are tons of them out there. So that's today's market forecast update. I hope it helps. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and follow along, and we'll see y'all soon.